Yes, I can.
Very much so.
Usually not.
And then,
I try to scroll through them and try to read over.
not really.
Like an overview.
I allow the app to read my text messages, also send text messages. This may result in unexpected charges.
I allow the app to read data about my contacts stored on my phone.
Allow the app to read my phone's call.
With the specific individuals. That's, oh my god, that is crazy.
I have no idea how to think about it.
That's not good. It doesn't sound good.
I think the best thing is to get used to it, just not to think about it.
My question is, in a society of digital surveillance, how can a privacy wonderland raise awareness of the need to protect personal information?
This project was developed to create a privacy wonderland, a series of privacy-friendly experimental objects using critical and speculative design as a medium to probe the effect of new digital technologies on privacy. Living in London, the city with the greatest density of surveillance on Earth, we have already experienced various ways that personal information is captured and used without our permission. And I am very interested to probe the consequences of privacy laws in a future society of digital surveillance.
My first question started from, how can we protect personal information by subverting personal image?
This was an anti-surveillance makeup kit, which allowed individuals to be seen by real people, but not to be recognized on face recognition systems, so online data can be protected. I tested it iteratively in public spaces like London Naked Bike Ride, Colour Run, bars, festivals. The feedback made me realize that the general public were unaware of how their data was being used.
This made me question, how to raise people's awareness by letting them question and think about the phenomenon of mass surveillance.
So I created the second intervention, reflective face, a double-sided mirror mask, which allowed the wearer to see through it, but when other people looked at the wearer's face, they could only see their own reflections. This installation questioned why people want to watch each other and why you want to know others' life. At the same time, I started to work with artists from Ambient TV, working on their new film about big data and smart cities. This made me very interested in probing the future and see how would people behave in the future surveillance cities.
This time, I tried to create a more wearable and playful intervention.
Ancient tribes used piercing, neck rings, tattoo, and ear stretching to scare people and protect themselves. Now lots of people are doing it and think it has aesthetic value. Then I transformed the form and silhouette of the human body by using jewelry clips to protect identity. It led me to question whether this might transform or disrupt the normal conventions of beauty in a future surveillance environment. London department stores and casinos are already using biometric recognition. It becomes necessary for us to find the authentic choices. The next design were a more practical collection of fashion accessories, iris glasses, and locational information blocking pockets for mobile phones, helping people to protect personal information. They give you a choice whether to expose yourself to organizations who track your information or take action to protect your privacy.
The test result made me realize that people are unconcerned about their privacy and prefer convenience rather than privacy.
I gathered some privacy-offensive terms and conditions and asked people to read them. The feedback made me question and fantasize a privacy wonderland where third party does not exist and people respect personal information. I questioned whether I could raise people's awareness by transforming information into an electronically metered commodity in an idealistic future and asking them to control the sharing of their personal information. How would they choose? What would happen? So I introduced privacy currency, an application on electronic devices which controls and prices people's personal information. I'm currently exploring the business potential for this idea, looking for developers and collaborators. What I learned most from this project is being experimental and have the spirit of experimenting. Playfulness and being playful in the whole process, including creating the intervention and executing the testing. Now be able to make better prototypes for the distortion collection as planned. I challenge myself to go and talk to strangers, be brave, and take the first step. Is to work for stakeholders project and finally take my project beyond my expectation.